hurdles they'll jump here. They'll turn right-handed out of the back straight before they get to the first of them. Yellow jacket of the favourite Scarface is setting the pace here. At the moment they're in bedding order. Second position for Gunnery Officer, striped jacket of dark blue and yellow, and 2 or 3 lengths behind him, the outsider of the trio, Ivaldi, is the back marker. So they make this turn and run then on towards the first 2 flights of hurdles down the side of the course in this raceshare.com racehorse shares from £39 novices hurdle. Scarface and Tom Cannon, yellow jacket out in front, pops over that and lands well by about 4 or 5 lengths as he makes the short run down towards number 2. Gunnery Officer is in second place. He landed only about a length ahead to Ivaldi, who's keen in the early part of the race, the blue and pink colours. Not too keen, but anxious to get on with things. So they run towards the home turn for the first time and down to the final 2 miles here, with Scarface, his runner-up here back in February, and has had 1 start this jump season, a win the final day of October. He scored at Plumpton. It was a long odds-on chance there today. He's another odds-on favourite this afternoon. He's pursued by Gunnery Officer. The first of the month he was a winner at Warwick, and then Ivaldi, the blue and pink colours with Lorcan Williams, back marker of the trio. 1 win in his career so far was in his native France at Fontainebleau. He's had 1 run in this country at Newton Abbot, and he finished in 4th that day. Here is flight number 4. A good long low leap there from the leader Scarface. So they come then to the winning post now, and they'll have 1 circuit remaining, with colours of Taylor and O'Dwyer on Scarface in front. Tom Cannon past the judge this time. He's about a 3-length leader. Gunnery Officer, colours of the Gunnery Officer Syndicate in second place, the striped colours. He's already the winner of the Best Turned Out Award, Gunnery Officer, and the man of Jonathan Burke, as they swing right-handed away towards the far side. And then the longest priced of the trio, colours of Mrs. Johnny de la Haye, the blue and pink colours, Ivaldi and Lorcan Williams, continues to be just the back marker of the trio. Quickly they come to number 5, so they're approaching now the halfway stage, and Scarface continues to jump athletically in front, landed by about 4 lengths there. Gunnery Officer in the stripes, Ivaldi in the hoops, almost level with him now as they have this downhill run along the back straight. Very soon they will have completed a circuit, and they're heading on towards flight number 6 of the 10, just going past the 1.25 mile mark of the race, so way past the halfway stage as they run then down towards number 6. Scarface comes towards this, the yellow jacket over it, a couple of lengths ahead, not much to choose between his rivals now. With on the right Ivaldi, who's travelled powerfully through the race so far, just about level with Gunnery Officer. They make this right-handed turn then at the far end of the course. There's only about 4 lengths between them, and they have 4 more flights of hurdles to jump. Tom Cannon on Scarface continues to set the pace, shows out in front to Gunnery Officer, couple of lengths behind in second place, and only about 1 length behind him to Ivaldi, showing in third. So still all 3 have a decent chance in this as they move to 4 from the finish. Scarface moves on to it, couple of lengths ahead only. He's going to move out to his left, our right, as we look at it. Got over it okay either side of him. On the left is Gunnery Officer, on the right is Ivaldi in the blue and pink, who's moved into second place. He's only a length behind Scarface as they take the 3rd last flight of hurdles. Gunnery Officer was a little untidy at it in 3rd position. So they're running on to home now, and Tom Cannon riding along on the yellow jacket of Scarface in front. Lorcan Williams in the blue and pink going okay on Ivaldi, stalking this leader and favourite as they come to the home turn. There's 5 lengths behind him to Gunnery Officer. Scarface getting reminders in front. Been idling, I think, a little bit during the race, but now he's had his ideas woken up and he's gone on by 2 lengths still. Ivaldi in second place, still within striking distance. Gunnery Officer's basically given up behind those. They move into the straight. Scarface in yellow Evaldi, the blue and pink, switches to the left. He's delivering a challenge again as they come to the second last. Scarface was better there than Evaldi as they move down towards the final obstacle. Gunnery officers being pulled up. They're heading towards the last. Scarface bidding to make all, still out in front. Evaldi in second position is only a length behind him and jumps it quicker. And now it's Scarface in yellow, Evaldi in the blue and pink, and the longest price of the trio, Evaldi, trying to get past the shortest price. Scarface is battling back, and Scarface is finding more, just enough to win and beat Evaldi. So here he is, proving he's fit and healthy enough to take the £16,400 prize money of the Ebony Horse Club Novices Chase. It was due to be his first run over fences, and he would have given us a good guide to how Remastered will get on next weekend in the Coral Gold Cup, because he was runner-up to him last time at Aintree. But today, it's a very, very simple afternoon for Milan Bridge. And they're off. They race away. They've got 11 to jump this time. The trip for this Mariner Systems Mares hurdle is 2 miles 7.5 furlongs. It is quite a long downhill run towards the first of these 11 jumps, and the red sleeves and red cap of Coquelicot is the first one to have the advantage. Yellow cap then of Chanteau Sunset to the right, running in second place. The orange colours of Teresita behind these in third as they come to number 1. Then the turquoise jacket of Glimpse of Gala and Victoria's Peak diamond jacket, dark green and pink white sleeves, in company with Glimpse of Gala. They're in 4th and 5th places as they turn right-handed, or about to turn right-handed for the first time. And Coquelicot, she's the most successful in the lineup. Career earnings of more than £33,000 so far in her 4 victories and 6 places as well. With Rex Dingle on board, the red sleeves and red cap has a very slender advantage early on. She leads over the orange colours of Teresita. She's already the winner of the Best Turned Out award this afternoon. Last saw her out in the spring in April at Kempton Park, where she won. They now come towards flight number 2. The quintet clear. It's a very short run down towards number 3, which they are already approaching. So Coquelicot continues to have the advantage. She comes to number 3, up and over that, touches down. She'll be about a 2-3 length leader now. It's not very much between Teresita in orange and the yellow cap of Chanteau Sunset, running just about in third position. She was third in this race 12 months ago. Behind those, turquoise jacket of Glimpse of Gala. Good placed efforts at Aintree and Warwick in her 2 runs of this season, and she's very, very fractionally only ahead of Victoria's Peak. And a pink cap there towards the outside. She's just about marker of the quintet with Finn Lambert as they level up into the straight inside the final 2 miles now, and they move down towards this time flights 4 and 5. Coquelicot up and over. She's about a length ahead. Chanteau Sunset going strongly in second position. The yellow cap nearest to us. She's the near side of Teresita. Then with the noseband is Glimpse of Gala, and the white sleeves of Victoria's Peak. Was very little between those in 4th and 5th places. It's a well-bunched field now with a circuit remaining and 6 more flights of hurdles to take in this Mariner Systems Mares hurdle. Very little change in the order. Coquelicot and Rex Dingle electing to set the pace and have been a 2 or 3 length leader the whole way round so far. Aidan Coleman on Teresita hugs the running rail, maybe just fractionally ahead of him is Alan Johns on Chanteau Sunset, the blue, yellow and white jacket. And they're about a length and a half ahead of Finn Lambert on Victoria's Peak, who's around the outside of Bradley Roberts in the turquoise jacket on Glimpse of Gala. Levelling up down the far side, and quickly they come now towards flight number 6. Coquelicot landing over it by a little over a length. The others are getting a bit closer to her now as they've completed a circuit and they have 5 more jumps to take. Chanteau Sunset with the yellow cap continues to run in second. The orange of Teresita is next on the extreme right with the white sleeves Victoria's Peak, and between those the nose-banded runner Glimpse of Gala. Down they go towards 5 from the finish, and it continues to be Coquelicot has the advantage. Still just about a length ahead. They're very well bunched though. They moved down to the far end of the course. They have a little over a mile to go from here. 5 of them very closely grouped, very little change in the order, with Chanteau Sunset and Teresita continuing to give chase to Coquelicot. And then Victoria's Peak, one off the rail, and hugging that rail is Glimpse of Gala in the turquoise and gold colours. So 4 more to jump from here, and they're beginning their journey to home. Nobody is yet to make their move. They've been content to sit behind Coquelicot, who still has the advantage of almost 2 lengths now. Chanteau Sunset running in second around the outside of Teresita. Behind these Glimpse of Gala, and then Victoria's Peak. At 4 from the finish, Coquelicot bounds over that one, lands well, and they quickly move down to 3 out. She's about a 3-length leader now. Teresita and Chanteau Sunset together in second and third places as they jump this. On the extreme right is Victoria's Peak. Glimpse of Gala's in behind those, and now they're heading to the home turn. Coquelicot a length and a half ahead. Chanteau Sunset in second place. Teresita behind these. Glimpse of Gala, one from the right, being encouraged to get closer. And widest of all is Victoria's Peak, but it continues to be Coquelicot, and she lengthens away now. Goes on by 3 lengths. The others caught flat-footed as they make the turn into the home straight. Coquelicot still leading. Teresita's moved into second. Chanteau Sunset is in third. Then comes Glimpse of Gala and Victoria's Peak, and Rex Dingle and Coquelicot come towards the second last. Bounded over it, landed 6 or 7 lengths ahead. Glimpse of Gala and Victoria's Peak have moved into second and third places. They move down towards the last. Coquelicot then continues to be out in front. She's yet to see a rival. She was good at the last, landed 5 lengths ahead. Glimpse of Gala in second place is attempting to close, but Coquelicot is running on well, and she's going to make all the running here. Fine ride from Rex Dingle. Coquelicot makes all. Glimpse of Gala in second, Victoria's Peak in third. Chanteau Sunset, I think 17 they have to jump here. 2 miles and 5 furlongs is the trip, and they run downhill to just 1 fence in the back straights, which they're at now. And over it is Coole Cody in the red and yellow jacket. Has the advantage, very narrowly though, his rival and the favourite St Calvados rather keen in the early part of the race, and in fact is now matching strides as they're about to make their first right-handed turn, and they'll shortly begin the uphill run towards home. And St Calvados, ridden by his owner David Maxwell, has come through to take up the running as they move to fence number 2, and was up and over that, landed with about a 2-length, maybe now 3-length lead, going on further all the time. Here's fence number 3, so St Calvados pings over that one. It's now 5-6 lengths clear already to Coole Cody in second position. The next fence, number 4, will be the first of the open ditches they take on the way round. Both over it okay. Open ditches will also be numbers 10 and 14. One more fence down the side of the course. It's a 10-length advantage for St Calvados already. Clears up over that one. Coole Cody, a red and yellow jacket, running in second place. His last 11 races have all been at Cheltenham. There's a little bit of a course specialist, not a bad place to be so. Hasn't run anywhere else for 18 months or so. St Calvados is into the final 2 miles and down the home straight for the first time. Last seen out at Sandown when he was a good winner in the spring in April, and gets over number 6 well clear from Coole Cody, who was in action only last week at his favourite Cheltenham. Not a great run from there. He pulled up after 6 fences, so he's well in arrears of St Calvados now, who's down at the next plain fence, up and over that, so he's got a circuit remaining. And Coole Cody, who's set out in front, but is now 12-15 lengths behind the odds-on favourite St Calvados, who's the most successful of the pair. His earnings so far are 376,000. 300,000 the score for Coole Cody, running in second place. So away they go from the shadows into the sunlight, and a run away to the far side. They've got 10 more fences to jump. The downhill 4 fences coming up, the third of those an open ditch. And it continues to be St Calvados keen on his reappearance, first run since April, who has the advantage, and a long advantage, more than 10 lengths. Got a little bit close to that one, slowed up a little bit. Coole Cody a little bit closer in second place. So continuing on the far side of the course, on to now number 9, St Calvados. up and over okay. Coole Cody in second position also looks to be getting just a little bit closer. Number 10 coming up is the second of the 3 open ditches on the way round. David Maxwell on St Calvados, clear of Adam Wedge on Coole Cody. He's moved out into the centre of the course running downhill here. St Calvados gets over that okay, so also does Coole Cody. So now they've completed a circuit. They've only got 7 more fences to go in this Chanelle Pharma 1965 chase. And St Calvados was keen to get on with things, continues to be out there bowling along in front. Coole Cody, Adam Wedge was content to let him get on with it, and as they turn right-handed, it is a reduced lead. It's only about 6 or 7 lengths as they begin the right-handed turn, and it'll be uphill from here. St Calvados continues to run freely in front as he makes the turn and heads to the final mile and the last 6 fences. Coole Cody, though, in second position, is all the time just inching closer and closer. So 6 fences from the finish. St Calvados up and over okay. Coole Cody a little bit low there in second position. David Maxwell looks round in front on St Calvados. Comes now to the next 5 from the finish. Over it well. Coole Cody a little bit slow, a little bit close to it as well there in second position. And now he's again 10 lengths behind. 4 from the finish. Final open ditch. St Calvados was good. Coole Cody in second place had to be encouraged along. Again, he was a little bit low. It's still 10 lengths between them. They've got 3 fences to jump. St Calvados then, 3 fences from the finish, made most of it, led after the first, continues to be in front, and Mother look round from his owner and rider, David Maxwell, and he's headed to the home turn. He's about 10 lengths clear. Adam Wedge getting after Coole Cody and asking him to close, and he's making progress now. He's a little weary, but he is getting closer. They move into the straight. On the left is St Calvados. He's out there to be caught, and Coole Cody on the right is doing a very good job of doing so. He moves level now as they approach the second last fence, and Coole Cody has moved through to take it up. Goes on by 2 or 3 lengths, and Calvados in second place has no answer to him, and as they run down towards the last then, it is the 11-year-old Coole Cody comes down to the final fence, and now it's him with a 6 or 7 length advantage. Final fence, he's cleared it well. St Calvados in second position was just a little too keen in the early part of the race. Adam Wedge was cool on Coole Cody. He let St Calvados go clear, he caught him, and he wins the Chanelle Pharma 1965 chase by a good 6, 7, maybe more lengths to St Calvados. And they're off. They race away 4 runners for this Coral Hurdle. Trips a little further than 2 miles and 3 furlongs, and they have 10 hurdles to jump. Goshen sets out in front. White and red jacket is in company there with the white-faced For Pleasure. They touch down together. It's a very short run down to number 2. Brewing Up a Storm, the favourite, is about 3 lengths behind them as For Pleasure has taken the lead. They clear the second with the black jacket of Uhtred, the back marker of the quartet. So set for a fair pace as they run towards the home turn for the first time. And For Pleasure, Keelan Woods, pink and white jacket moving through as they come to the home turn. He'd be a 4 or 5 length leader at this stage. Goshen set out in front, was 4th in the race 12 months ago. Jamie Moore in white and red colours running in second. It's about 2 lengths behind him to the favourite this afternoon, Brewing Up a Storm. He's already won the Best Turned Out award. He's on the right as they level up into the home straight towards flights 3 and 4. It's pink and red colours for Aidan Coleman. Here they are now at number 3. A short run down to 4. Uhtred been over fences the last couple of times, back over hurdles today. British Andrews in the black colours, fractionally the back marker. They do just group up a little bit as they come to number 4. For Pleasure, touchdown over that with still a good 5-6 length advantage, and races then to the winning post with 1 circuit remaining. Goshen, who led him early on, now content to be in second place. About a length behind him to Brewing Up a Storm, and then similarly 1 length to Uhtred continues to be the back marker of the quartet. So 6 to jump. About a mile and a half to go as they swing right-handed and make their way off to the far side. Number 5 comes up pretty soon as they level up down the far side of the track. The 3 chasers are getting a little bit closer now to For Pleasure, who's going to move into the back straight only by 4 lengths. To Goshen in second, Brewing Up a Storm a little wider on the course in third place, and Uhtred in the black colours still sees his 3 rivals ahead of him as they clear that. That was number 5, so they run down the far side of the course. They're approaching the halfway stage in this Coral Hurdle, and it continues to be For Pleasure with the lead. It's only about 3 lengths though now to Goshen. Running in second, it's on the left, brewing up a storm. And then the very dark jacket, black and orange colours, Uhtred, a back marker of the quartet. They come then down to the fifth from the finish. Big leap in front there from For Pleasure over it well, and is about to turn right-handed, so they're near the completion of a circuit now. For Pleasure now lead only a couple of lengths. Goshen, the white and red running in second. The pink and red is brewing up a storm, runs in third. Uhtred is next. It continues to be, though, Coole and Woods on For Pleasure. Now he has only a length lead over Jamie Moore on Goshen in second. Brewing up a storm, Aidan Coleman in third. Bridget Andrews, black colours, Uhtred, 2 lengths behind the others now. Just a little gap opening up there, back marker of the quartet. So down the side of the course, the fourth and third last flights of hurdles coming up. In the centre is For Pleasure, on the left is Goshen, on the right is Brewing Up a Storm, is 2 lengths behind this leading pair. Uhtred continues to be the back marker. They quickly make their way towards the third last. For Pleasure continues to have the advantage. Goshen is almost level with him, but Brewing Up a Storm is 3 lengths behind them in third and just being encouraged along. Uhtred is behind those, so they move to the home turn, and it's Goshen moves through up on the inside to take it up. Goes on to For Pleasure in second place, as then comes Brewing Up a Storm, is now moved through into second and is 2 lengths behind Goshen and in pursuit of him. For Pleasure's 1 pace behind those in third place, and there's a 5-length gap at least to Uhtred next. They move into the home straight. It's the big two in the betting who are going to fight it out. On the left is Goshen under pressure. On the right, Brewing Up a Storm also under pressure, but he's about a length and a half behind Goshen, who clears the second last. Brewing Up a Storm is still closing. They're well clear from For Pleasure. Will be pressed by Uhtred for third place. They run to the last. Goshen, the white and red on the left, the pink jacket, Brewing Up a Storm nearest to us. Goshen at the last flight, clears it. He's 3 lengths ahead. Brewing Up a Storm took it in second. Uhtred has moved into third position. They run towards the line, and it is Goshen and Jamie Moore. A big across the car double for Gary Moore here. Goshen has won the Coral Hurdle, and he's a good few lengths ahead. Brewing Up a Storm will be in second. Uhtred moving into third, and For Pleasure ran off. They race away. They've got 13 to jump this time, 1 on the side before they make their way into the home straight the first time, with a broad white blaze on his face. Frero Bamboo, a dark jacket, is the leader at number 1, where the back marker was best turned out winner, third time lucky. They run round into the home straight. It's about a 2-3 length advantage for Frero Bamboo. He's chased by last year's winner of the race Before Midnight. The very pale colours of So Scottish against the running rail is next, and then Boothill in the royal blue and white colours as they make their way to fence number 3. At it now, the yellow jacket of Amula Gold is in company with the red sleeves of Time White, and then third time lucky is held up at the rear of the field. There'll be a good 10, maybe more lengths first to last here as they get to number 3. Frero Bamboo, Charlie Deutsch, up and over safely in front with a lead of a couple of lengths. Before Midnight, Adam Wedge with the green checks on the sleeves running in second and closing now on this leader as they pass the judge with a circuit remaining. Mikey O'Sullivan, light blue colours on So Scottish, runs against the running rail. Blue and white jacket for Johnny Burke on Boothill is next. Amula Gold, been runner-up in this race the last 2 years. The yellow for Bridget Andrews is about a neck ahead of Time White, who won impressively here over the course and distance at the last meeting, and a length and a half behind those to third time lucky. The black and white is the highest earner in the lineup, scoring £143,000 so far. Downhill they go over number 4, lengthening again to a 2 or 3 length lead is Frero Bamboo. Little wide on the course is Before Midnight. So Scottish is behind these as they jump this, and he lands level with Boothill. They approach now the first of their open ditches, number 6. In yellow, Amula Gold, the red cap of Time White together, still the black and white. Keelan Woods on third time lucky, held up at the rear of the field. Number 6 coming up, 6 of 13, so approaching the halfway stage. They clear that, and it's still Frero Bamboo who is out in front, bowling along with the lead. Before Midnight, always been his nearest pursuer. Then on the rails is So Scottish. On the right is Boothill as they take this plain one. Boothill jumping past So Scottish to take third position. Time White in fourth, the red sleeves, and beginning to make progress. Third Time Lucky in black and white, travelling strongly around the outside of Amula Gold and moves up one position. So right-handed and back towards home they come. They've got 6 more to take in this Jim Barry Wines Hurst Park Handicap chase. It's still the very dark blue jacket of Pharaoh Bamboo and Before Midnight, who are the leading pair as they come to 6 from the finish. Little to choose between them. So Scottish is back there in company with Boothill. They landed together. Third Time Lucky and Time White the next pair. Amula Gold behind these at 5 from the finish. They clear it. Final open ditch coming up. On the left is Pharaoh Bamboo. The green and white checks on the sleeves Before Midnight at the final ditch. On the extreme right in blue and white is Boothill. The light blue So Scottish is still there. Time White is behind these. Third Time Lucky in black and white is next as they take 3 from the finish. Amula Gold is some 5-6 lengths behind those. Here's the home turn 4. Very well bunched. It's still Pharaoh Bamboo. It's a very narrow lead. Before Midnight in second place. Boothill in the blue and white colours. Johnny Beck stalking them. Then So Scottish in the light blue being ridden along. Time White is behind those, the red sleeves. Now Before Midnight, last year's winner, goes on at the second last. Got over it by a length. So Boothill is now emerging through as his challenger. Pharaoh Bamboo behind these, and then So Scottish is moving through into third place. Now Boothill it is who comes towards the final fence and takes the advantage. Boothill at the last, got over it with a length and a half lead, but now So Scottish is in pursuit of him. So it's Boothill and Johnny Burke in front. So Scottish and Mikey O'Sullivan in second place is a length and a half behind, and Boothill is holding him to win. So Scottish in second, behind those Before Midnight in third. They're off. Starter lets them go. They begin slowly for our final event. 2 miles on the flat here, and it's going to be Hermino in the mauve and black quarter jacket, who's very narrowly in front as they race down the home straight for the first time. In the centre, blue with the yellow chevrons, Larchmont Lass. On the right, blue, the yellow and blue hoops on the sleeves, Thames Water. They race together, and in fact they've virtually joined Hermino, so 3 sharing the lead in the very early strides. Behind those, Time to Breeze, very pale jacket, stripes of light blue and white. Further from us, another pale jacket, they're very well backed, Table 34, who has 5th position early on. Henderson is next, light blue sleeves, light blue cap as well. And then comes in green and orange nearest to us, Privateering. And then the one-eyed Odin's Quest. Back marker very narrowly, already a winner in his career, won at Huntingdon some 300 days ago. So they're well bunched as they make their way right-handed, then they're off towards the far side of the course. It's not a particularly strong gallop. There's 3 of them vying for the lead. They are Hermino, Jamie Moore against the rail. In the centre, Lorcan Williams, Larchmont Lass. Widest is Thames Water and Adrian Heskin. That trio are virtually together. Right in behind them is Mark Goldstein, Time to Breeze, striped jacket in the centre. Then towards the left, very pale jacket, is Adam Wedge on Table 34. Light blue, white and red for James Davis. Henderson is in the centre of the last trio. The light blue, or mainly light blue, is Niall Houlihan on Odin's Quest. And the orange sleeves is Privateering and James Best. So they continue to be well grouped with only about 5 lengths between them as they make their way downhill towards the far end of the course and already approaching the halfway stage of the In the Paddock Ownership Day Series flat race. It continues to be Hermino, Larchmont Lass and Thames Water who have the lead. Time to Breeze has got to halfway and still won't settle. She's very keen in the striped jacket there for Mark Goldstein. Behind these, Table 34 and Henderson, who race stride for stride, and also stride for stride at the back in the light blue Odin's Quest, in the green and orange is Privateering. But they've turned past the halfway stage now and they're about to begin their journey to home, with still widest on the course Thames Water. In the centre of the leading trio, Larchmont Lass, and next to her on the left is Hermino in the black and mauve quarters. Behind those is Time to Breeze and Table 34 together, Anderson and Odin's Quest, and then comes Privateering, who's now the orange sleeve jacket 2 lengths behind the others, and has just got one reminder. So uphill they come towards the home straight, and the home turn they have less than a half mile to go, and still the leading trio are inseparable. On the right is Thames Water, on the left is Hermino, in the centre is Larchmont Lass. Right in behind him, Table 34, Anderson, and then Time to Breeze and Odin's Quest, and Privateering given a wake up, and he's getting in there. The orange sleeves round the outside. Now they come to the home turn, and the leading trio have begun to lengthen away from the others. So Larchmont Lass in the centre, Thames Water on the right, Hermino on the left. This trio have quickened away from Table 34 and Time to Breeze and Odin's Quest, who's running on. Now it is Thames Water, the big chestnut, who comes to take a fractional lead to Hermino, who's running on strongly. There as well is Larchmont Lass. Odin's Quest is behind those. They approach the final furlong now, and it is Thames Water. Shows in front the royal blue and yellow jacket, and is now lengthened 3-4 lengths ahead with Adrian Heskin. Thames Water impressive. Home in second place will be Hermino. Third is just, I think...